We are up and running. Hey, Patricia. Yeah, I know I was late. All right. I mean, kill me. Gwen Marie, good evening to you. Thank you for joining us. Janet is on with us. Good evening, Janet. Hope you're doing well. Let me kick this on to Wi-Fi. That's why my quality is down. Um, Janet is on. Trey, good to see you, sir. I'm doing well. The Honorable Cynthia Elaine Jenkins, Mayor Pro Tem of the city of Noonan, Georgia, Coweta County. Good to see you, ma'am. Thank you for joining us. Sheila is on with us. Deborah Carter Davis is on. Good to see you, Bonnie. Appreciate that. Rebecca, hello. Judy, good to see you, Judy. Thank you for joining us. It's Friday. Gwen, good evening to you. Carolyn, good to see you, Carolyn. Uh, hey, evening, Brother James Kelly III. Thank you for joining us as well. Shanita, good evening, sir. Angela, good evening to you. Alan, thank you for joining us. And thank you, Katie. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you. Sherelle is on with us. Good evening to you. Glad to have you with us. Uh, Latricia is on. Camila is on. Good evening. Ted, thank you. Good to see you. Crystal Creations, good evening. And good afternoon also to you, Lorraine. Thank you for joining us as well. Monica, Sensational Bird. Hey, I need you to deliver a message to your little sister. Um, she's owed me a hat for almost a year now, Monica. And she's owed a bunch of us hats on here. So um, talk to your kid sister and get that handled for me, okay? I know that you will. Chanel, thank you for joining us. Thank you. Deanna Blige, thank you. Good to see you. Angie from the DMV is on. Terry, good evening to you. Denise is on. Good evening. Shauna, thank you for joining us. Uh, Lita, I saw Lita a couple of times this week. So Lita, good to see you. Thank you. Cheryl is on with us. Good to see Sister Barbara Kaufman on. So I have one Kaufman on. I think I have one Kaufman, and I have one Carter on today. Glenda Jones, good to see you, and things are going well. Sheila says she has a Zoom birthday party. I'm glad you came here first, so I won't be too jealous. I won't be too jealous. Julie, thank you for joining us. Danny, good evening to you. Molly Lieberman is on. Happy Friday to you, Molly. Always glad to have you on with us. Sarah, good to always see Joan as well. Jacqueline, thank you so much. And Pastor Deborah Bullock, thank you for praying for me. I need those prayers. I appreciate that. Hey, Benjamin Jones, thank you, sir. I appreciate the book, and it looks very interesting. So I will let you know what I think about it. Thank you so much for sharing it with me. Brother Richard Dinkins, good to see you, sir. Appreciate that. Maisha is on with us. Garnett, greetings, ma'am. Good to see you. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, Coach Cassell Bell from Jacksonville by way of Savannah. She's on every week. It was her birthday this past week, so I'm going to go ahead and just shoot her some birthday love. It was her birthday, so we want to show her some Savannah love. Even if Jacksonville don't do her right, she's a part of our date night family. Sandra Mosley, thank you. I think you're wonderful too. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Michelle, good to see you. Hope Rich is doing well. My regards to you. Jacqueline, thank you for helping you. You did receive your water bill. Very good. I'm glad we were able to get that done. Thank you. Adrian is on with us. Good evening. And Cassandra Andrews. Hey. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. See Nicole is here on time, so we appreciate that. Sarah Stevens from Liberty County. Always a pleasure to see you. Barbara Dolores, thank you. It was a good day. We made it through, so it's a good day. Uh, Alicia, happy Friday to you as well. Alisa is on as well. Ann, hello. Thank you for joining us, Ann. Glad to have you. Patricia is on with us. And Andrea Ware is on with us. Whoa. I got to be on my best behavior. LaShawn, good to see you. And LaShawn got her vaccine booster shot today. So great for you. I'm going to go ahead and give you some love for that. And since I know that Monica Bird is going to take care of my business for me, and so I could be rocking another Savannah hat. So Audrey, thank you for joining us. Thank you so much. And let's see. That's right. Laura Smith is on all the way from Pennsylvania, and she's reminding us that this is Hispanic Heritage Month, and we are celebrating that from September 15th through October 15th. I've done a proclamation in here in Savannah. Hey, Chris, good to see you, sir. Thank you for joining us. Darren, thank you for joining us. Ray, I appreciate that. Linda is on as well. Pastor Thurman Neal Tillman, good to see you. Good to see Dr. Pete Silva, always with us. April, I am glad that you're here. Erica is on. Good to see you. And Alan, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And I'm glad Jacqueline is watching. Dr. Nobi is watching from Bloomingdale. Glad to have our neighbors on from Bloomingdale. Marcia is on. Good to see you as well. And Rebecca wants to get me a Crystal Bear Paula hat. I'm coming to eat this week, and I'll get my hat, and I'll rock my Crystal Bear Paula hat. So don't worry about it. I'll come to you. You don't have to get it to me. I'm going to come to you. I love your food. Crystal Bear Paula is very, very good food. Great food. And they are keeping people socially distant, so I appreciate that. Patricia, I've had a blessed week. I made it through. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Aunt Ollie is on. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us as well. Gloria is on. Thank you, Gloria, for being here with us. And Erica is fully vaccinated. Good to see Ethel on here as well. Bradley is on as well. Patricia West, good to see you, ma'am. It was good to see you at Savannah State this week. Crystal Kaufman is on. So that means we have both Kaufmans, we have one Tillman and one Carter on, and we have one Lieberman on as well. Linda King is on. Linda King is always with us. Always glad to see you. E. Joyce Paris is on with us. Glad to see you. And yeah, Monica, you don't get mine if you don't get Patricia's if you don't get mine. Okay, Marsha Lieberman is on, so that means I have Marsha, Bruce, and Molly on. Good to see you. Stephanie, good evening to you. Georgia, good evening as well. Perlette, good evening to you. Glad to have you on with us. Cynthia as well. Nicole is in the date night, so we're glad that you're here, Nicole. Kim is on with us. Gloria is late, but it's okay. We're glad you made it anyway. Teresa Baker, thank you for joining us. Doretha Lowe, God bless you too. Thank you very much as well. Hey, Ikale, I know you as Peanut. Good to see you. Glad to have you with us as well. Rose is on, and Linda Gordon is on. Hey, Linda Gordon, good to see you. LaMonica is on. Hello. And our friend Renee is on. She is not a Savannah yet, but she's getting married in Savannah. You remember we planned her wedding. It's going to be here in Savannah, so I'm excited. The first time I meet her is when I actually perform her wedding ceremony, so I'm excited about that. Chastity, thank you for joining us. Glad to have you. Good to see Jacqueline on. And she says it's her birthday, so happy birthday, Jacqueline Jones White, from all of us to you as well. Thank you very much. Marco, I appreciate you. It is difficult. It is hard, but I appreciate you. I appreciate your prayers. Tanya Scott Green, thank you. Good to see you. Denise, thank you very much. I'm going to talk a little bit about that in a minute. L. Griffin Kennedy, thank you so much. And April says she did well on her second Moderna, and she sprayed Aspercreme non-scented. You got COVID stepdaughter in hotel in Pula. Well, I'm hoping and wishing and praying the best for your stepdaughter as well. So And Cammy is on. Cammy, good to see you. Lenora, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Anissa is on with me. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Um, Elise is on with us. And La La, good to see you. Appreciate that. Glad to have you with us as well. Uh, Jeffrey is on with us. Nicole is on with us. And let's see. All right, good to see the awesome Bethany Campbell with us. She is in Birmingham this evening, but she is Savannah strong, Savannah bred through and through. Glad to see you, Bethany, as well. E. Joyce Parrish, good to see you. And Julia Carter is on with us. Georgia is on with us. Um, and Henrietta, it's good to see you. And yes, um, the Crystal Bear Parlor has great food, so I'm gonna go there this week. And if you're in the neighborhood, any of you all, go by the Crystal Bear Parlor, check them out. Not only awesome food, but awesome service. They're just good folks over there. And so, what I like about it is, if they anticipate my needs and I don't have to ask, if I'm looking and stuff is coming out of my mouth and stuff, my hands are all grimy, and they're like, napkin. Oh, okay. I like that. I like good service. Henrietta, thank you for joining us. And Beverly Copeland is on with us as well. And let me see. Sharon is on all the way from Midway, Georgia. Good to see you. Twiggy, good to see you. Hope your mom is doing well. And tell her she owes me what she owes me. Lydia, good to see you. Paulette, good evening, Paulette. Always glad to have you on with us as well. Marlene is on. Good to see you. Um, Okay, so Marlene says, my name is Dominique. So, all right. Well, it says Marlene. So, hey, Dominique, good to see you. Nitra, good to see you as well. Thank you for joining us. Um, and let's see, Joanne is on and as well, and Vanessa is on. And let's see, everybody shouting out, Jackie. Shanika, good to see you. Latasha, I am doing well. Hope you're doing well. Emma is on with us as well. And let's see. Liza is on. Good to see you. Dolores, good to see you. Ivania, thank you for joining us as well. And the Honorable Vicki Nelson from the Hinesville, Georgia City Council. You know my number, Vicki. Call me. If you need someone to talk to, call me. Satisfaction guaranteed. Look, that's all. Anika, thank you for joining us. Thank you. Delisa, hello, good to see you. Anita, good to see you, and I send love back to you. April, it's your birthday tomorrow, Whitney Galloway, and so if you send me your number, April, I will call Whitney and tell Whitney she needs to get vaccinated. I don't mind doing that. You know I will. Lala says you need that Savannah baseball cap. You mean this one right here, right? Damn. Here we go. We're back. Janet, good to see you listening from Savannah as well. And let's see. Debbie Williams Walker. I said 3 times. Chastity, I am doing well. Good to see you as well. Appreciate that. Glad to have you. And Reggie Houghton is getting his booster shot tomorrow, and he's representing the 2021 Coastal Plain League champion Savannah Bananas. We're very proud of Savannah Bananas. We are the champions of the Coastal Plain League baseball. So good to see you. Candace, hello. Good to see Tammy Lawrence is on, and Carlitha. Good to see you. Thank you. Irish is on from Claxton, Georgia. And Polly is on from Ridgeland, South Carolina. We got people all over the place, y'all. We got people on. So, Tiero, good to see you. Thank you for joining us as well. And Liza, guess what? I love you too, and there's nothing you can do about it. Maxine is on. Dr. Brian, we're going to talk a little bit about what you got going on. Sandra, good to see you. And let me see. That's it. Renee is on. Good to see you, Renee. And Ed, I am working on that as well. Ed, you didn't set the protocol for tonight. See, you worry about little. You need to be setting the protocol for tonight. I didn't see you set the protocol. You have not established the zone yet, so I need you to do it. Come on, Ed. I need you on your job, brother. Elise, Angela, good to see you at the Signature Healthcare for the Hall of Fame. Yes. Jorsette, good to see you. Lahoma, thank you for joining us as well. And so we can go ahead and get started, I think. Priscilla Dickerson is on, living in Atlanta, but she's a Savannah native as well. And Rob is fully vaccinated and a COVID survivor, so we're sending love and shouts out to Rob. We're glad you're here. I don't know. It might be me if the video keeps stopping. I don't know. Melody is on. Paula is on. Good to see you all as well. And how did you know I was going to do that? You must have known I was going to do that. So, but yes, I was going to do that. So I'm glad, Paula. Thank you for that. So anyway, here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Thank you. Vicky is on from Guyton. Good to see you. Ed has set the protocol. I appreciate it. No hateful comments. Leave your hate outside. This is a love zone. If you got all these issues that, some people have issues. But that's your issues. You leave your hate somewhere else. So, anyway, if we're having problems with this, Melody, thank you so much. We're not going to allow the devil to get in the way of our date night. So we don't know. But anyway, if it's Friday during a pandemic, and you're keeping the faith and following the signs, if it's Friday during a pandemic in Savannah, you're keeping the faith and following the signs, and you have nowhere else that you have to be, then you are with me. Yes, it is Friday Night Live, affectionately known as Date Night. And so, yes, we are doing this as we have done this. This is now the 78th week. 78 weeks. For 78 weeks, every Friday, rain, sleet, or snow. 78 weeks. No matter if it was a holiday or not. 78 weeks. We have been getting together to lift each other up, because if we know that if we make it to Friday, what we know is that we made it another week, and we are just grateful for the journey. Yes, we are grateful for the journey, because it was not guaranteed to us that we would make it from last Friday to this Friday. There are people who were here last Friday, and when you call their name this Friday, they cannot answer. So that is why I am so happy when I'm able to be here for another Friday night, and I'm more importantly, I'm excited when Friday is coming, and I know I'm going to see my date night family. That just excites me. 547 days we have been doing this. We have been booed up for 78 weeks. When can we stop? We can't stop, because we're in this thing together. And I thank you. I am so gratified to all of you. I'm gratified, because the fact of the matter is we have done this together. It's not been a one-man show, and y'all can credit me all you want to. The fact is, if I come here and y'all not here, then it's just like some other people Facebook Lives, where it's just them talking to themselves. That's what I'm saying. And so I appreciate that. I appreciate all of you for your thoughts. I appreciate all of you for your prayers. I appreciate all of you for sticking together. I appreciate for all of you fellowshipping with each other. There are people on here who have only met through this medium. And so y'all have met each other through this medium, and I can't wait for the day when we're all together and you finally get to see the person that you've been typing to over the last 78 weeks. I'm excited about it. So we're into it. We're in it to win it. We're in it to beat COVID. And so we're going hard. We're going strong. We're going to be vaccinated. We're going to wear our mask, wash our hands, and we're going to watch our distance. Why? Because we keep the faith and we follow the science. We follow the science. We follow the science. The science is not political. People might make it political, but it's not political. We want to live. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to live. So, a couple of things we want to do in that, a couple of things to talk about, and then our date will continue. So first thing is, as I always ask you to do, I ask you to like the page. I'm trying to get to 30,000. 30,000. I'm asking, we're trying to get to 30,000 people. So please like this page. As you all know, I don't go on, I don't need to, well, Erica, the problem is, Erica, you live in Chatham County. You don't live in the city of Savannah. I love you, but you Georgetown and Grove Point and all that is in Chatham County. It's not in the city of Savannah. But you can call 652-7867, 652-7867, and you can get mosquito control service out there. But anyway, and so Ivy Fair is saying science is facts. Well, Ivy Fair is a scientist, so she's geeky like that. So anyway, so we're trying to get to 30,000. Again, I don't get on here. I don't waste your time. I don't get on to Facebook Live unless it's something important. And so, that's why I want you to like the page. That way, if you like the page and something pops up, then you will have the opportunity to know what is going on. So go ahead and like the page. The second thing I want you to do is share. Share this video. Share the video because we're not greedy here in our date night. We say the more the merrier. The more people at the table, the better it is for all of us. So that is why, again, we're excited to have the folks here. So we're glad that you are a part of us. So thank you for doing that. Please share the page. And then secondly, we want you to like the page. Can you do that for me? I hope that you can do that for me. Then the next thing I want you to do is, as you know, we're still sending mad love out to our girl. So if you could, we believe that good people together for the right thing. We believe we do the right thing, we get things happening. So here it is. So today we're showing love to our girl Tara with the white. There it go right there. There it is. So let's go ahead and show some love and prayers and great wishes for our girl Tara. We say she's Tara strong. We believe that. We know that. So we want you to go ahead and do me a favor. Let's show some love on Friday for our girl Tara. Let her know we're thinking about her and that we're praying for her and that we believe that she is already all right. She's a Friday night date nighter, and you know how we do. We show mad love to our squad, to our tribe, and so therefore that's what we want to be able to do. And good to see Omega Baker on. Good to see Lita on, and I see Dr. Priscilla Williams. Thank you so much. And so we're sending love out to our girl Tara. Mwah! We're showing mad love for you, and I want y'all include the red one on the end because that's how she'll know it's from date night. Because everybody else is doing, thank you, Sarah Stevens did it right. Because everybody's doing all of the green ones, but we want to show love by putting that red one on the end. That way she knows it's from us. So three red, 3 greens, and 1 red on the end. That's how we gonna show Tara we're thinking we're praying for her. So okay. So let's move on. Let me say this right quick. This came to my house, right? And it says, I'll read it. This is a trip. Wait a minute. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. I'm trying not to get rid of y'all. Okay, there it is. It says, Dear Van, I am interested in buying your house. I can pay you cash for your house as is. You don't have to repair it or even clean it up. You will pay me no commission and I can pay typical closing costs. There's no obligation, so call me if you're interested in a no-hassle cash sale. And the woman's name is Robin McKenna, and this is her phone number. Okay? Now, let me tell you about this. And people will call me. I have some rental properties, and people will call me and they'll ask me. And this is when we talk about gentrification. This is part of what this is. Okay, these are investors, and investors don't make money unless they can get the house for less than what the value is worth. So when they call me and ask me, can they buy my house? I'll say, yeah, you can buy my house. And how much money you're looking for? And I tell them the money I'm looking for. Invariably, they'll say they'll call me back. And they never call me back. But I know that there are people in Savannah who take the bait. And I'm saying to you, don't take the bait. For example, you inherited a house from your grandmama. Grandmama and granddaddy built that house. They paid it off, and you're living in that house. It's paid for, right? The house is worth $80,000. Let's just say $80,000. But they're not going to offer you $80,000. They'll offer you $30,000. Because if they'll give you $30,000, and that's why they'll tell you, they'll say right here, they say you don't have to repair it or clean it up. As is. No commissions, typical closing costs. Okay? Because they want to get this thing done quickly. So the house is $80,000. They give you $30,000 for it, cash. So you're happy because now you have $30,000 cash for a house that you did not pay for. And you think that you're doing something. They take this house that is worth $80,000, that they paid $30,000, and they automatically have $50,000 in equity. They spend some money into this house. Let's just say they spend $30,000 more into the house. So now that's $60,000. The house is worth $80,000. So they still have $20,000 on the house. They sell the house for $100,000. So now they have cleared the house for $40,000, and they only paid you $30,000. Think about that. Think about that. We perish because of the lack of knowledge. The same amount of money that they're going to fix up the house, which is why they tell you as is, you don't have to repair it. Oh yeah, they'll get in there and they'll get people in there and they'll fix it up. And they will increase the same value on the house that you have. And the thing about it is that people will sit down here and they're mad. They're mad about it. They'll say, well, people are buying up our neighborhood. No, people ain't buying up the neighborhood. We selling the neighborhood. We are selling the neighborhood. So when I tell them that I want double what my house is worth, and I tell them that if my house is worth this amount, I put it times 1.5 or times 2. And this is the amount I want for my house. If you want to talk, let's talk. And they never call me back. This right here is trash. It's gentrification. These are investors. They don't live in the community, and they flip these houses. This is Okatee Village Drive, Suite 110 in Bluffton, South Carolina. They gives a good doggone about what's happening in Savannah. Beloved, don't fall for the okie doke. The same things they're trying to do, what they can do with your house, you can do with your house. Because if you have equity in the house, you have value in the house, and you can use that same to fix it up yourself, or rent it out, or sell it for money that you can enjoy. Come on, y'all. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just telling you. I'm just letting you know. Don't fall for the okie doke. So for Robin, this is what I think about Robin. This is trash. And we're going to stop people from doing that. And so if we put ourselves in a situation where we're not falling for that foolishness, then people won't come here asking us to do it. All right? Don't fall for it. Don't let money change you. You can do it yourself. There are people out there that need housing. You can fix it up and provide them housing and provide you an income yourself. God is not making any more land. Land is a fixed asset. And when you own property, you own the land. So you own a piece of God's earth. And that's valuable. Wealth is not in money. Wealth has always been in land. In land. And the Bible says quite clearly that a wise man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. And oftentimes, all that grandmama could give to us was the family home. But it's something that they worked their entire life to give us. They were passing down the wealth to their children's children. And so be careful about what you do with that land. Can't be mad about people buying the hood when we're selling the hood. You have property, your family has property, clean up the title. Clean up the title, because you know what happens is, you got people and people die, and so it's the estate of so and so et al. And then y'all are not communicating. There's no will. We've talked about that before. And so the person dies, what's called intestate, meaning they don't have a will. And that means then that every time somebody dies in the family, you have new heirs. You don't know where all of them are at. Some of them you haven't talked to in years. Somebody invariably is always in jail somewhere. I mean, this is how we turn over wealth to our children. And so I'm sorry to go on that rant and rave right now. But I mean, when I saw that, I brought it in here and I said, you know what? I need to talk to my date night family about that. Don't fall for that okie doke, y'all. Don't let people give you what they want to give you. Don't let people determine what your worth is. You determine what your worth is. And so I would call Miss McKenna and tell her, look, if you want to give me 1.5 of what I know my house is worth, then we could talk. But she ain't going to do it because I know my worth. I know my worth. I know my home's worth. And beloved, don't let people sell you less than what you're worth. You have to know your worth. Both figuratively and literally. You have to know your worth. So, know your worth. Know the worth of your property. Know the worth of what you have. Know your value. Know your value. Okay? So I'm sorry. Hold up. Let me calm down. So, all right, moving on. So, this week, and want to say hello to all those people who just come on just to see what we're talking about. They don't say hello, but I know they're on here. So to all of you as well. Hey, um, so this week the city of Savannah, Chatham County, um, city of Savannah, Chatham County, the school board, and Chatham Area Transit joined together to offer an incentive plan for our employees to become vaccinated. Um, I think it was a good program. Between the city, the county, the school board, and CAT, we have about 10,000 employees. Hey, Lanice, good to see you. Um, and hey, is that I see State Representative Derek Mallow, my brother, friend, doing a great job in the State House. Good to see you, Representative. Um, but Cynthia, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Brand Grant, our excellent director of the United Way. I'm gonna have to get you on a Monday motivation to talk about that. Judy, good to see you as well. Shopta Dawn, good to see you as well. Miriam is on as well. But anyway, I think it was a good program, and people were mad about why are we doing this? Why are we paying employees to get vaccinated? Um, and I put it like this: we play to win. We don't play to lose. Good to see you, Erina. Good to see you, Shantae. Good to see Dr. Webb. I'm glad to see you, Dr. Webb. Um, we have to play to win. We had 10,000 employees between the city, the county, and the school board, and CAT. These are among the most safety sensitive uh, folks in our community. Good to see you, Kim. Um, these are your firefighters. These are your police officers. These are your sanitation employees. These are people who work in courthouses. These are people who teach our children, who drive our buses, who drive our children back and forth to school, who serve our young people meals. If we had an outbreak in our school system and our school system had to shut down, that affects the city, the county, and the school board, and CAT, because all we got is parents. And if the kids have to be home, parents have to be home too. So you're not mad now, but you're mad when your trash is not picked up. Hey, Angela, good to see you. Good to see you, Barry. Glad for you to join us. Good to see you, Dr. Tony Jordan, as well. Good to see you, Tanya. But you get mad when your trash is not picked up. You get mad when the police officer doesn't come on time. You get mad when the firefighter doesn't come. Good to see you, Elizabeth. And so the reality was for all of us, and I know for the city of Savannah, we self-reported about 50%. 50%. So less than half of our firefighters, police officers, city workers, sanitation employees were vaccinated. And we can't play with 50%. 50% is a failing grade. 50% means that we are not doing what it takes. Marcia, good to see you. Good evening. It means that we're not playing to win. So we got together, myself, Chairman Ellis, Dr. Levette, Valerie Ragland, and we worked out a plan by which we could do a unified, collaborative incentive program within our governments, but we rolled it out at the same time, and that we would offer the same incentive. And I think that's important because that way we're not competing. Hey, Pinky, we're not competing with each other. We're all on the same page. So we rolled it out, and so city employees that get vaccinated get $500. Selma, good to see you. Employees, hey Margie, employees that are already vaccinated get $500. And so, um, I think it's worth it. I just think it's worth it. And so it's not costing the taxpayers of Savannah an additional dime. It's not it's not costing the taxpayers of Chatham County an additional dime. It's not costing anybody from the school system an additional dime or from CAT. But the fact is that there are some services that are essential, and between the city, the county, the school board, and CAT, all the services we provide are essential. And so this creates an opportunity for us to get our employees vaccinated so that we can continue to give you the services you pay for. We don't have a backup plan if we don't have police officers. We don't have a backup plan if we don't have firefighters. I mean, we just don't. Charles, good to see you. We just don't have a backup plan. And so for us, we are hearing that it costs about $30,000, to $30,000 to take care of someone that is hospitalized because of COVID. And so to me, I'd rather pay $500 for them to be vaccinated than to pay $30,000 for them to be hospitalized. So to me, it's simple math. And so, I mean, I'm sorry if your job didn't pay you to be vaccinated. Maybe your work is of a different nature. But I think when you're working in the public's trust, we have to make sure that we have our employees prepared. And so this is an incentive program that will go through November the 15th, I believe, and then we'll see where we are from there. But my goal is for us to go from below 50% self-reported for us to get to 80%. If we can get to 80%, we are doing a whole lot better in our community, because we know our employees, the city, the county, the school board, and CAT live all over the community. And so if we can get some of these folks vaccinated, we know we can vaccinate our community. Shantae, I appreciate you and all you do. Our sanitation team members have some of the most important jobs in our city. And so, Shantae, we love you too, and thank you for all you do for us. So we're hoping maybe some of the other municipalities will do it too. And Representative Mallow raises a good point. With no state Medicaid expansion, if you're poor or without coverage, then you have no coverage at all. So thank you, Representative Mallow, for that. As you know, our governor has chosen not to expand Medicaid here. So we're hoping that the bonus of everyone being vaccinated is that we're able to get to the point where we are beyond COVID-19. So we did that. We want to make sure that our employees are okay. And I think you would expect that from our employees. So that's the deal with that. It's going to cost us about, hey, Kendra, glad you joined us. And I do want to say that it's going to cost us about $1.2 million if every employee, every city employee is vaccinated. That's about 2,400 employees are vaccinated. It'll cost us $1.2 million. Patricia, good to see you. $1.2 million if everybody is vaccinated. And I will tell you this, today we lost our first city employee due to COVID. Somebody I knew and somebody we all loved, and our prayers go out to his family. And I will tell you that as far as I'm concerned, if the $500 could have saved his life, I would have paid it in a heartbeat. I don't want another city employee to die because of COVID-19. So, my prayers go out to him and his family. But I went to 3.5, 4 funerals last weekend, and going to funerals tomorrow. And these funeral homes are full. Michelle had a late date with her husband. Michelle, now on Friday, it's supposed to happen on Friday. You're supposed to get with the husband before or after you have your date night. We'll forgive you today. Treen, good to see you. But we lost our first employee. That was, it's sad and it's hurtful. It really is. So, we don't want to lose another family member. And so if $500 is an incentive for people to be safe and do the right thing, to protect themselves, then I say it's worth it. The bottom line is this: we know that the vaccine does not 100% protect you. We know people telling us that. We know that. But what we do know is that if you're vaccinated and you still catch the virus, two things: you're less likely to be hospitalized, and you're much less likely, absent some types of pre-existing conditions, to die. We know that by and large, people that are vaccinated that catch COVID don't die. We don't die. So that's why we need people to be vaccinated. I see Dr. Webb on here. Dr. Webb works in a hospital, busy hospital. I'm concerned about Dr. Webb. She's a daughter and a mother, and she wants to come home at the end of the day to her family. And we have to stop doing this to our healthcare professionals, because while we're up churning up, living our best lives, they're working in the hospitals around people that are taking their last breaths. So our numbers are going down slightly. They're still dangerously high, and so therefore, we just have to stay on the battlefield. We have to continue to treat this as the fire that it is. We can't sleep on it, and we can't play with it. So just want to let you all know that, and keep this gentleman and his family, our co-worker, our employee, our valued team member, in your prayers. So I have a couple of minutes. If there are any questions or anything you want to ask about, Savannah Dimes is on. Now, Savannah Dimes, are you a person, or are you like a? Because I saw what you got going on, and I didn't know whether you were like a person or whether you were like a collection of people. So I need to know what's going on with that. I was also very glad today that we were we graduated a new firefighter class, 22 new firefighters. We gave the oath of office today, and so that's important. And Brenda Middleton is home, and Brenda Middleton is like the best, like manicurist and pedicurist that I know. I was a little bit late because I was messing around with her. She finally had an opening, so I slipped in the opening, and I almost fell asleep in the chair. I mean, when I talk about doing something for myself, you know, I go to Brenda and I let her rub on my feet and let her. I just, it's something. So thank you, Brenda. Shauna, you're right. Shauna, on Monday I'll be talking with someone about suicide prevention. September is Suicide Prevention Month. We know that suicide is real, and so therefore we will have somebody on Monday to talk about that. Sharon, thank you so much, and yes, we will get through this. And Avi, yes, I know you support firemen 100%. I know that. Charles has two questions. Go ahead, ask. Go ahead, Charles. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm talking, so I probably didn't see your question. So Charles, go ahead and ask your question. Go ahead. Michelle says she has knowledge of a 7-month-old getting COVID. Parents were not vaccinated. Wow. Lala, Brenda does manicures and pedicures over there off of is that Drayton Street. So have I brought the car home yet? Edward, yes, I did bring the car home. I've driven the car 2 days so far, and I was so mad when it was raining. I was mad. I was really mad. I almost caught the Uber to the office today. I mean, because I was like, I don't want it raining on my new car. So I was upset with that as well. Hey, Loto. So Loto is back home. Good to see you. Hope you had a good time. Good to see Andy, Ruin Ty, always. Um, Ed, we are working on the litter situation. We need personnel, and we need people to change their behaviors. Um, Let me see. Shauna asked about my thoughts on the booster shot. Um, I mean, we follow the science. So if I had Moderna, if the science says that I need to get a booster shot, I'll get a booster shot. Um, you know, I mean, to me, it's no big deal. I mean, I hate needles, but I don't want to catch COVID. Um, I This week I had a shingle shot. Um, I don't know how I got it, but I got a mild case of the shingles um, earlier this year, and you don't want the shingles. No, you don't want that. And so as soon as I was able to, I got the vaccine because I don't want the shingles no more, and I don't want to catch COVID. So um, that's what it is. Um, let's see. Brenda, do you offer online booking? Um, Brenda, Loto, yeah, Brenda is like the bomb. So, Brenda, if you put your number in the chat, they can call and book with you. Um, all right, Eyeball Taurus, how does that light really work on MLK and Henry when you turn down Henry Street, brother? I need you to help me out a little bit. I'm not sure. How does that light really work? I'm not sure. Um, but if I can find out, all right, there we go. Hey, good to see Pastor Kenneth Roche on. Good to see you as always, brother. Oh, is a turning light working? Um, I don't know. If it's not, let me know. I can have it checked out as well. So, um, Debbie says her son is home from Charlotte. Would like to talk to me about properties he owns in Savannah gentrification. It's real easy. Don't sell them. Or if you don't sell them for less than what they're worth. Real easy. Ideally, if you own properties, fix them up and provide quality places for people to stay. Simple. Um, Keisha, good to see you, Keisha, as well. And yeah, Brenda is on here, so y'all can go see Brenda. Tell her you date night. Tell her you Friday Night Live, and she'll treat you right. I'm sure she will. Good night, Ed. Good to see you. All right. Charles, will New York and Chatham County adopt the system New York has, and will the school system offer it? So let's go back. So Charles, I think is talking about when I went to New York um, for Labor Day, a restaurant, and they would not let you into the restaurant unless you show them a vaccination card. If you did not have a vaccination card, they made you sit outside. Um, will Savannah adopt that? Probably not, um, because the state that we live in is somewhat different. Um, New York State is serious about COVID, which is why they have an 80% vaccination rate, and we have a below 50% vaccination rate. It has to be statewide because, you know, this has to be statewide. It needs to be leadership from that. And then business owners need to be serious enough about it to require it. So, um, and you're saying, will the school offer virtual for parents? Charles, I don't know. I don't work for the school system, so I really don't know. That's a doctor question. So they're offering virtual now to some degree, and that's all I know at this point. I do know, um, that some private schools offer virtual options if you're not comfortable with the public school option. Um, let's see. Um, that's right. Sharon Akins is like this community Wonder Woman, and she is doing COVID-19 shots, booster shots, and flu shots on October the 5th from 5 to 8. There's a park in front of First Bryan Baptist Church, um, and so um, she is doing great things. So I'm gonna get that information. I'll put that out there. Since it's October 1st, I have a little bit of time. So make sure she knows that as well. And let me see what else. What else? Hey Ben, good to see you, brother. Um, yeah, Lawanda, I got shingles, and it was the strangest thing. Because first of all, I thought like old people got it, and now I know old people don't got it, don't get it because I got it, and I did not believe that I had chicken pox, and my mother could not remember whether I had chicken pox, and she said if I had it, it was a very mild case, and so I woke up one morning, and my arm, like right here, I mean, if I touched it, it felt like needles. It was just ultra sensitive, and I didn't know whether I had a rash or I had an allergic reaction, but it was just very very sensitive. And so eventually, what ended up happening was the rash came, and the rash started up here on my upper arm and went down my arm and went all the way down here into my hands. And so um, what happens is the shingles break out on nerves, and so it follows a nerve. So some people get on their torso, on their back. Some people get on their face. Very dangerous if you get it in your eye. Um, but it was painful, and mine was not as bad as many people's were. So I didn't want that again. So I just went ahead and got the vaccine. So yeah, so I got that. So let me see. Moderna has not been approved for a booster. Lisa says her household came down with COVID and she coughed till she ruptured a cyst in her ovary. You all right, Lisa? Dang. I hope you're doing better. Let me see what else. Catherine has had it. And, let's see. Oh, Terry Mobley has joined us, y'all. We've been waiting on Terry Mobley. Kiwana said she had a booster shot Tuesday at CVS, having low side effects, but you rather this than that COVID. She had it in July 2021. You thought you were going to die. God wasn't ready for you. Thank you, Kiwana, for sharing that. And tell everybody to get vaccinated. Ironbow says he was in a car accident a while back because that light guy ran that light, hit your car, and he tried to sue you over it. Um, if there's an issue with the light, we might be able to document it. But send me information and I'll put you in contact with who you need to talk to. Um, let's see. That's right. On the 25th is the Walk Out of Darkness, um, a walk for suicide as well. Ivy says when she comes to Savannah, she's coming to see you. I say, yeah, right. Ivy sees nobody when she comes to Savannah. Uh, and Laura forgets you. Um, Thank you, Elise. Thank you. Elise says that you're sure that you're younger. That's right. You're 29. That's right. Um, Thank you very much. Nakia says that the Georgia Cyber Academy is accepting online schooling K to 12, so that's a good resource. Um, Victoria says the vaccine is not working, but go on and keep lying to us. Victoria, what you talking about? It's working for me. I haven't gotten COVID yet. Again, if you don't want to get it, Victoria, don't get it. Take your chances. There are people around now, over 500 in this community, that if it were not for COVID, would still be alive. So, do you, Victoria? Do you? Hey, good to see you, Mike. And you look really good with your hair cut down and everything. So, um, and Dr. Webb, Dr. Webb is gone for Victoria. Yeah, I mean, Victoria is talking about lies, but yet she's here. I mean, you choosing to be here. We didn't call for you. So, I mean, anyway. Lucille, good to see you. I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. Um, let's see. Lisa is starting to feel better. Good. Well, Juicy, the numbers are higher than before, but the difference was we didn't have a vaccine before. We now have a vaccine. And so that is a reason why, in terms of me, the science did not support shutting everything down because we have a vaccine. We have a way out of this. So that's the reason why I haven't shut down our city, because we have a vaccine, we have a way out. Wandetta was my experience. It was, I mean, I hate needles, but it wasn't bad at all. I mean, the only thing was it was a little sore here for maybe a day, and I was the next day I was tired. I was just tired. I couldn't think about why I was so tired, and then kind of found out that was one of the side effects, just fatigue. So I'm fine now. Um, Iron Bull says it's working for him, and Anita says it's working for her. Um, Jackie says it's working for her. LaDonna is on and it's working for her. Um, so yeah, Charles says it's working for him, and he had diabetes and was exposed. See, so Victoria, what are you talking about? I mean, hey Renee, good to see you. Catherine says it's working for her. All I'm saying is, hey, sweetie, if you won't know till you try. But I know we haven't caught COVID, so. But you know, let me say this, and then I almost be gone. You know, I wonder why sometimes people have to be. Um, and the older I get, and maybe that's just wisdom because there was a time in my life that if you tried me, you were going to be dealt with immediately. You're going to be dealt with immediately. You're going to be dealt with severely. And you're going to be dealt with consistently. The older I get, you know, I watch so much crap happen. It's just like, whatever. So maybe that's just wisdom. Maybe that's just um, getting smart. I mean, people will sometimes try to push your buttons. Remember, we used to talk about there was a verse that talks about that there were agents hired to frustrate your purpose. There are people, there are spirits that are enlisted to frustrate you, to piss you off, to get you off of your game, to get you off of your purpose. And I'm saying to you that don't let them win. You know, unfortunately, there are people that obviously their lives are so unfulfilled. Their lives are so undervalued. Their lives are so not busy that they all they have time to do is worry about what you're doing. You know, and they try to push your buttons. They do things to pick at you, um, like mosquitoes. No, not even like mosquitoes. More like sand gnats. Serve really no purpose but just to irritate you. And you just have to know that you cannot let them win. And I think again, the older I get, I feel sorry for them. I really, really do, because it must be frustrating when the weapons you form don't prosper. It must be frustrating. You spent all this time thinking and conniving and planning and preparing to form this weapon, to form this irritant, and to form this initiative, and you throw it out and it doesn't work. I feel for you. I would be mad too. which is why I try to work on good things, because the fact of the matter is that bad things don't work. We are inoculated against weapons that are formed against us. We are vaccinated by that, from that, because people are going to try. And like I said, I look and I feel sorry for them, because I recognize that people are unhappy, that maybe something is not going well in their lives. And you know who these folks are. You see them in your personal and professional spaces. They never have anything good to say about anybody. They're never, are happy about anything. And, you know, it's sad that all you have to do all day, and you go to bed at night thinking about how you gonna get me, and you don't realize I'm covered, and they're trying to get you, and they don't realize you're covered. Because if you are about the right things and trying to do the right things, then you are covered for that which you do. My grandmama used to say that when you dig one hole, you better dig two, because a hole you dug for me, you might be digging one for you. And so we don't allow them. And it's a spirit. I think it's a spirit. I think it's a spirit. Because we don't wrestle against flesh and blood. You know, it's spirits. It's spirits that get into people. Because I don't go to bed worrying about anybody. I don't go to bed wondering how to do harm at anybody. I just don't. I'm too busy. I got other stuff to do. And I got news for you. You come for us, you come for these date night family, because we're about the right thing. You're going to fail. And I'm telling you this in advance. You're going to fail. It won't work. You will return back to base with your mission uncompleted. And so, Victoria, your granddaddy got the shot and he died from it today. Okay, well, I'm sorry about the loss of your granddaddy, but I'm almost sure he didn't die from the shot. So, anyway, you keep it real, and we'll keep you in our prayers. Okay? How about that? That's what we're going to do. So anyway, as I was saying, see, stuff like that comes up because people try to keep you off of your purpose. And for some reason, Victoria didn't want me to say what I was going to say. Now, we have to love them anyway. We have to like them, but we have to love them. And for me, I often find myself I find myself really feeling sorry for them, because it means they're not living their best life. You know, when I come on here, I'm talking about stuff. I don't have time to plot anybody's downfall. For what? It doesn't benefit me. And so Monisha's going to bed, and Iron Bull is going to bed. I'm getting ready to go to bed too, because y'all know I don't have much of a life. But I sleep well at night, because I just know in my heart and in my mind that I am covered. That if I was not going to be protected, I would not have been elevated. And so I don't believe that the Lord sends you where he does not equip you. And so during this time, I've seen so many wonderful, 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 wonderful people that keep us lifted, and we do it together. For 78 straight weeks, we've been holding this down. I don't mind people coming on here having different opinions. I don't mind people coming on and speaking their piece. I do mind people giving wrong information. And so I wish I had some turkey wings to eat, but I guess I don't. But y'all keep me in your thoughts and your prayers. We are Savannah Strong. I appreciate all of you for what you've done. Tammy, I appreciate you, and I'm glad that you're all right. I appreciate y'all for last week with 912 Day. We had a wonderful time in the 912 on Savannah Day. So I appreciate that. I appreciate you. And happy Yom Kippur to all of our Jewish friends. Happy Hispanic Heritage Month to all of our Hispanic friends. And happy Savannah every day to those in the 9-1 Deuce, because we are Savannah Strong. Thank you all so much. We'll see you on Monday. Have a great and pleasant weekend. Peace.